Hello friends, hopefully you are doing well. We have already conducted a VFD training through this channel before a couple of days. Today we have extract some commonly asked job interview questions on VFD, and we also wrote down the answer of questions. So today we will discuss you the VFD job interview questions with detailed answers. Let's start the session. The first question is, what is VFD? A VFD drive is a type of adjustable speed drive used in electromechanical drive systems to control AC motor speed and torque by changing motor input frequency and voltage. Second question, what are the main components of VFD system? The main components are the rectifier circuit, which rectify the AC input into DC, intermediate or diverter circuit, which divert the load for forced commutation system, inverter circuit, which invert the DC power into AC, DC reactor. DC reactor is a device which used for smoothing of DC power. Load or line reactor. These reactors are used to control and limit the load current, motor load current. And the next component is capacitors. There are two types of capacitors are used in VFD. One is DC capacitors. These are used for filtering of DC power, and the second capacitors are AC capacitors used in motor side to control the power factor. And the next main equipment is the control and regulating circuit. This is the main controller of any VFD system. These are the major components of any VFD system. Go to the next question. Applications of VFD system. A VFD system can be used in lot of fields, widely used in control the speed of AC motors like conveyor system, blower speeds, pump speeds, machine tool speeds, and especially used for gas compressors. These are the major application of any VFD system. And next slide and question is advantages of VFD system. The major advantages, the controlled starting current, reduced power line disturbances, lower power demand on start, controlled acceleration, adjustable operating speed, adjustable torque limit, control stopping, and energy saving. These are the major advantages of any VFD system. This is the question, what's the difference among VFD, VSD, and soft starting system? There are three soft starting systems: VFD, VSD, and soft starting. What is the difference among these three? The VFD is a system which refers to AC drives only, and the VSD is the system which refers to either AC drives or DC drives. So this is the major difference between VFD and VSD. These both are almost same, but VSD can be used in DC drives also. This is the major difference between both drives. And third is the soft starter. This is the third. These are three drives are the soft starters, but the starters only used once you are starting the motor softly. But if you found the full speed of motor, then you cannot vary the motor speed. This is the disadvantage of soft starter. Once you will use a bypass circuit for soft starting of motor. If motor started and reached to full RPM, then you cannot control the RPM and speed of motor. So if you don't need to vary the speed of motor, once the motor is up to full speed, then the correct solution is a soft starter for that motor. If the processes required the motor speed to vary at any time, the correct solution is VSD or VFD. Means if you need to vary the speed, then you must install the VFD or VSD. If you need one soft starting but later you don't need any variation or any speed control, then the soft starting system is more suitable. These are the difference I shared with you. Now go to the next slide. Advantages of VFD in oil and gas. What are the major advantages of VFD in oil and gas process industries? The first advantage is to shorter starting time. This start quickly, so you can save your time, and you can increase your production and lower maintenance cost. These are the three major advantages. And the next advantage of VFD is to reduce downtime, because gas turbines required frequent maintenance, while VFDs are motors and required very little maintenance. And the next advantage is the starting current is controlled so that no larger inrush current occurs. Results, your power system remains stable and no surges and spikes will be observed. There is no disturbance in your industrial power system. These are the major advantages of VFD in any oil and gas industry. What is commutation? Explain forced and self commutation. This is very important question. Uh, the commutation is process to turn off the silicon control rectifier in any VFD system. The commutation process which to be used to turn off the SCRs. This is the definition of commutation. In such a circuit, forward current must be forced to zero with an external circuit to commutate the SCR, hence named as forced commutation, and circuit is called diverter circuit. Means in inverter SCRs, let me explain. In inverters, there are SCRs installed, and if once you turn on the SCR through gate signal, then you need to zero the input voltage of SCR to turn off the SCR. So to making the input power zero, we need a separate circuit that is called diverter circuit. We divert the load from inverter to diverter circuit, then SCR incoming supply becomes zero and SCRs are turned off. This is called forced commutation, and this commutating circuit consists of components like inductors and capacitors are called commutating components. The components are using in diverter circuits are called commutating components. And the self commutation, the SCR turned off through back EMF of motor is called self commutation. If motor is uh, reached to a certain speed or RPM, then it induced the back EMF. Through that back EMF, if SCRs are turned off automatically, this is called self commutation. Purpose of DC link reactor in DC bus bar. Why we installed the DC link reactors in DC bus? The primary purpose of a DC reactor is to smooth the current pulses in DC circuits to reduce the damping harmonics or on the power line. And this DC reactor is to use for smoothing of DC and damping of harmonics. Why line applied reactor chokes are installed in VFD? Line applied choke reactors help to stabilize the current waveform and act as an impedance between the power source and VFD. That impedance will both protect the input section of the VFD and reduce the harmonic current drawn from the power system by drive. Next question, what is function of AC capacitors in VFD circuit? These capacitors are called PFCCs, power factor correction capacitors. These are installed between the VFD drive and motor. These control the power factor of system. Why SCR are used in rectifier and inverter of VFD? SCRs are mainly used in devices where the control of high power, possibly coupled with high voltage, is demanded. Means SCR are used for high current and high voltages. These are the power electronics. That's why used in power system for high rating capacity. SCR cooling system in VFD. There are two types of cooling system in VFD for cooling of SCR, silicon control rectifier. One is air cooling and second is liquid cooling. For large industrial use of VFD, there is liquid cooling system is used. You normally use the distilled water with very less conductivity for cooling of SCRs, and for small purpose VFDs, the air cooling system is also being used. Harmonic filtering circuit in VFD. What is the function and what is harmonic filtering in VFD? The harmonics are caused by the first stage of VFD. This is due to rectifier. A harmonic filter is a device that reduces or mitigates harmonics to tolerable levels. They are commonly used to lower the harmonics. Voltage harmonics eliminations with RLC, resistive, inductive and capacitive based interfaces for smoothness and filtering of the system. What type of motor is compatible with VFD? Preferably and suitably, there is 3-phase AC induction motors are used in VFD system. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you like the video.